Hello, my name is Simon Scher, and welcome to my tutorial on how to do a handstand downward front kick, or possibly an inverted 45-degree round kick in a handstand. You can do this on two hands or on one hand. This technique is most often found in the repertoire of a Capoeira practitioner, but it can be used in any martial art, given the correct conditions and circumstances. The first thing you have to know how to do when doing this technique is a basic cartwheel. To do a basic cartwheel, stand with your feet about a shoulder width apart, and it's easiest to stand with your hands above your head, like when you're starting to learn how to do a cartwheel in gymnastics. You're going to lean forward, pick your back leg up, and put both hands on the floor, keeping your body sideways. Go down and up like this a couple of times. Then when you put your hands on the floor, go ahead and kick your legs up in the air so that you have a little bit of lift, transferring the weight to your hands. Get comfortable with this. Then, once you get comfortable with this, kick a little bit harder so your whole body goes over the top. The bottoms of your feet should point towards the ceiling as you go over the top of your cartwheel and land on the other side. The most common mistake is folding the body forward as you start to go over, so instead of pointing your feet towards the ceiling, the soles of your feet point towards the side wall, where your belly button is pointing towards. And then you want to try it with one hand, because this capoeira technique is often done with one hand, so the other hand can protect the face. So you do the exact same thing, except instead of letting your backhand, if you're going to go on your left hand first and kick your right leg over, your backhand or your right leg, your right hand would not touch the floor. So your left hand will go down, you're going to kick your legs up, and put all of your weight only on your left hand. Try this a couple of times, and go through the same process you did with the regular cartwheel. Because in this kick you're going to pause at the apex of your cartwheel, you also want to be able to do a handstand. There's a lot of ways to do this. If you get really comfortable in your cartwheel, once you've done it a whole bunch of times, you could stop halfway up in your cartwheel. This is easiest with the two-hand cartwheel, as you can put your hands a little further apart and use your second hand, or in this case, in my position, your right hand, as a brake to stop yourself in the middle. To really kind of find your balance and your center in a handstand, I recommend using a wall. So put your hands down about shoulder width away from a wall, and then kick your legs up so your feet hit the wall, and then use that wall to hold yourself up in balance. And then slowly pick one foot off the wall and then the other, and try to put all of your weight centered on top of your hands. Find if you have the crown of your head pointing towards the floor, it's going to be a bit easier. You're going to instinctively want to pick your head up and look behind you. That'll force your back to arch and make your handstand more difficult. When you're doing the kick, you're going to want to look at your target, but you can't really do that well until you have the balance. So try to get the handstand any way that you can. Once you've got this basic wall handstand, try doing it towards the wall out of a cartwheel. So do a cartwheel towards the wall, and then stop as your foot hits the wall. And then hold yourself up there and do the same thing. Try to find that balance from that cartwheel sideways position. Stand up straight, put your feet about a shoulder width apart, put your hands up, straight above your head, as if you're doing a handstand. And then you're going to kick one of your legs. Let's do the right leg for now, since we're talking about a cartwheel with our left hand coming down first. Try to lift the hips up. It's not a front kick straight in front of you, it's a front kick towards the side of your body. So you're going to pick your leg up and do that front kick to the side. Now basically, you're just going to combine everything that we just did. Start with a cartwheel, you're going to go into a handstand, and then you can do that kick, but your body's going to be upside down. So it looks like this. And once you've got this basic idea, stick with doing it on two hands for a little while. Then once you kind of get the feel for it, you can try it with only one hand. You'll find if you take the leg that's not kicking and you bend it and bring your foot a little bit towards your butt, that'll help you control with your balance. After you've got the kick down and you know how to do it, it's important to develop accuracy with the kick. So I recommend having a pad or a target like a bob or a wave master or even a hanging bag, and practice the kick on that. Try to aim for a specific target on the pad. Try this with two hands, and eventually once you get it, with one hand. You can also break a board with this kick. It looks kind of cool. Where do you look when you do this kick? Well, if you're just getting your balance and you're not comfortable with it, try to keep the crown of your head pointing towards the floor and look between your arms. But once you do get comfortable with it, and you can compensate for your gaze distortion, look towards what you're kicking. That'll make accuracy much easier. The second thing is, if you have only one hand on the floor, what do you do with the other hand? A lot of people have you put your hand up behind your back, kind of like people do for a round kick. But like with a round kick, that's wrong. You have a hand that's not on the floor that doesn't have to be doing anything for the kick itself. That hand should be defending your most vulnerable body part, your head. Your head is close to your opponent's foot or knee. So if you're upside down with only one hand on the ground, the other hand should be by your face, protecting it. Now let's talk about why you might use this kick. Let's say that you, for some reason, are bent over. You've lost your center, so now you can't throw any standing up kicks. If you can make your partner move back or give you a little bit of space, instead of trying to regain your upward momentum, you can put your hands on the floor, kick your legs up, and kick them as you move forward to try to move them backwards. Another reason is perhaps they're trying to throw a knee, and you check the knee with your elbow by getting closer and jamming them, and you manage to push them back with your shoulder. You can use your momentum to continue forward and do a downward kick towards their collarbone, stomach, or face. Let's say you kick your partner, lose your balance, and are falling forward. They've stepped backwards. You want to close that gap, well, they're still moving backwards. While they're moving backwards, they're unlikely to do a front kick or move back forwards. So you can take advantage of that forward momentum, bring your hands towards the ground, and do this cartwheel downward front kick. What are the dangers of doing this technique? Well, the main danger is you're upside down with both hands on the floor. So if your partner jams the kick, or if they get too close, they could easily knock you over. Your face is down by their foot, so they don't have to kick very high to hit you in the head or the face. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to share, comment, like, and subscribe. And please check out the other videos on my YouTube channel.